And welcome back to another Tales of Tribute game. Opponent going first this time. Let's see what he's decided to pick this time. Not quite sure. Picking Alesia. Well, that's usually my pick, so I'm not sure what to pick. Yeah, let's play some classic Tales of Tribute. Ansei, Pelin. No real reason. I just haven't played these guys in a while. And let's see what my opponent goes last. Is he gonna go more power heavy stuff or more economy? Mora will be quite interesting. Going Crows. Crows in a game without much deck deletion or toss, so nothing too interesting. Tola Silver early is a good thing to start out with because it's worth 2 gold basically, and you occasionally get a Crow combo off, so yeah, that's reasonable. He also gets the Ansei power off, which is unfortunate. Something I would have liked to pick up. We can't fight over the Ansei power with a Grand Oratory. He is not able to fight over the Ansei power against us next turn because he already used all his gold this turn. So what we really need to do, get the Ansei power on his side and then buy the black... you got Blackmail and Battle Meditation. That's kind of annoying. That makes things a little awkward. That does make things a little awkward. I'm just trying to calculate how much gold I'll have after playing this Way of the Sand because we already used the that Battle Meditation thing. So yeah, awkward because he's gonna have enough. He can use either Battle Meditation or Blackmail to get the Ansei power back on his side. So in this case, actually, I think, and he didn't do that. He left the Ansei power on my side. That is kind of dangerous because he leaves the Aelic Quartermaster alive. I mean, Chainbreaker is good. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that he left the Ansei alive, not the Ansei, the Aelic Quartermaster alive, means I get to buy Hero's End, which is 6 gold card. One of the it's a big card basically, big scary card, and that's gonna put me a little bit ahead of my opponent in terms of power generation and rushing him down. My opponent's economy is better. He has 1 Chainbreaker and 1 Crow in his deck. Those will help him generate lots of gold, which will let him buy expensive cards. But I have the first expensive card, and right now I'm thinking, how much do I want to rush my opponent down with? Because we have 1 good fancy card in my deck that combos off Ansei. So the more Ansei we buy, the better it is. We will have to kill his Chainbreaker Sergeant somehow. And another important question is, how much do we want to fight over Ansei? Ansei is more valuable to us than our opponent, because our opponent has a better economy. It doesn't matter if he gets 1 more gold. He has already things that generate so much gold. We do not have a good economy whatsoever. I don't think we've used a treasury even once. So it's our economy is pretty much complete garbage. So the question is, how much do we want to work on that? Reveals Warrior Wave. Thank you, my opponent. That will... Yeah, he buys a bunch of rushing cards and shows the tap a bit. Warrior Wave helps a lot. Suddenly my economy went from 0 to something to existent, and we got the remaining Fortify to kill his Chainbreaker Sergeant, which is pretty much perfect, because Chainbreaker Sergeant must not be allowed to be kept alive. Hero's End coming up, that's 4 power. Occasionally we will get an extra combo of that and get our 6 power instead, which is basically insane. That is exactly what we're looking for. We can either fight over the Alesia to try to rush him down, or we can Treasury. I think both are reasonable. In fact, I think Treasury is slightly more reasonable, but we'll see where we go from there. So he has 1 billion gold right now. He is playing lots of Soldiers of the Empire. Now the fact that he's shuffling lots of Soldiers of the Empire into his deck is, I think, not favoring my opponent, because Soldiers of the Empire tends to become a much worse card later on. It's not that powerful, and the more it's in the game, the less. And he shuffles with Imprisonment because he doesn't want me to pick it up, but then he reveals the other Ansei card. So now our deck is becoming incredibly Ansei oriented. We can easily pick up that Conquest. The sad thing is that we don't have quite enough. Our economy is not quite there. We don't have quite enough to stop our opponent from using Alesia 1 more time. The only question is using Alesia good for our opponent? And I'm not so sure it's good for our opponent right now. I'm giving him the option to. Priestess 8 is what we want to pick up. Our opponent would likely want to pick that up as well. I don't think our opponent wants to shuffle more on Alesia into his deck, but he does. He does, and he still picks up Morehouse, which we don't have any agents. I think the Priestess of the 8 is better than Morehouse at this point. I mean, we don't get it this turn because what we do get is a massive combo. Time to clean up the house a bit, get a bit more economy going. Leaving Priestess of the Earth on the field is always annoying. My opponent likely will be able to pick it up because he has lots and lots of power. Not this time though. no, with Alessia Rebel he does get enough, I think. So that's something we would like to pick up. It's so good in our deck because our deck is small and we would want to work on that. I missed this. There's 2 ties on the field, so that's going for Patron Victory, and that is a problem that we're gonna have to deal with. Using Ansei, then using Tithe, then using something else, Alessia. Okay, that gets us out of Patron Victory range. We should probably get rid of the Rebel, like it combos with this stuff. Although at the same time, I'm not sure how much gold really counts in this game. Even if he gets +1 gold, who cares? I think if I'm trying to rush him down, I think +1 power is more important than +1 gold for my opponent. He has so much gold anyway. Like why do I care what gold he gets? He is sort of maybe aiming for another Patron Victory. I'm not sure. There's still a Tithe on the field. What we do have now is we can buy our Conquest, so that's a third. Like how many Ansei cards do we have that generate 1 billion power? Do we have? It's like so much power. We could Warrior Wave, but I think the better option here is to... I'm still a bit scared my opponent can go for Patron Victory. He needs to use Ansei once and Crow once with the Tithe. I think that's very possible. So we do, unfortunately, although I think it's less efficient, I think we do need to use the Alessia power back. I mean the Alessia power is not bad. It's like 3 gold, generate 2 power. It's not the worst ever. And we get to kill his Chainbreaker Sergeant. It's just a bit of a shame that we don't get to... Yeah, that Tithe on the field is slightly annoying, and the fact that my opponent always has more economy than me. Like if I somehow draw a good bunch of gold, I can use the Crows. But it's not really coming into our favor at this point. Still 2 away. Buys a Crow card. I'm not sure that. Well, what does that Crow card doesn't do anything? That he has like 0 Crow cards in his deck, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not so sure about that. I'm still super scared of his. Patron Victory. We can, and the thing is, we can use Ansei to buy Warrior Wave and then have enough to kill all his agents. So, yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Should have killed his Warrior House first, because now I just gave him 2 gold for free. Big mistake. My opponent's deck is pretty big right now, actually. And the thing about playing Alessia so much is that the card draw is not really there. Like, looking at it, okay, buy 2nd Crow card, reviews Pelinal. That's something that my opponent will definitely want to pick up if he had the chance. He's drawing all these soldiers of the Empire and it's just not doing him very much, if anything. We get a super duper combo, 10 power right there. I'm even considering using Crow here just to stop him from getting shenanigans off. Because if we, let's say we use the Ansei power, yeah, I just buy the Tithe. Let's just stop all this nonsense immediately. I am not sure I should have used Ansei there because now we're quite far away from my opponent winning by a Patron Victory and that costs us 2 power to use. So. Not entirely sure. Our opponent's still playing over Ansei, paying 2 gold, paying 2 power every time. So are we. Our power generation is a little bit better. We reveal Black Sacrament, which is nice. He picks it up so he can't kill us with it. Reinforcement doesn't really do anything for us. May do something for our opponent, but we're just gonna get the super combo off. We do need to kill his, at minimum, the Alien Defector, probably Soldier Empire as well. The other one's not so important. We are slowly but surely climbing our way to Prestige Victory, because our deck is just generating power with all the Ansei cards. Our opponent's deck is just massive. There's a lot of cards that I think probably should not be in his deck at this point. I'm considering using Crow power basically. Should I use Crow power or not? That's what I'm not sure of. I think the answer is no. We need to work on economy a bit more. Once we have a couple of treasuries in our deck, then Crow power becomes really useful. Now, with the Tithe God, I don't need to worry so much about Patron Victory. Our opponent buys the Rally, which is obviously very good for him, but it's gonna be a really long way until he finally draws that Rally, and we got a super duper Ansei combo coming up. In fact, it's just enough to win, and let's use the Crow once just to guarantee victory, just in case for some weird reason he gets a Patron Victory. So at 40 Prestige, there's no way he can fight this off. His deck is, I think, just a little bit too big. So, yeah, I mean, I think my opponent just bought too many cards and used Alessia too much. And I was pretty lucky. The cards he was revealing, he revealed some very nice Ansei cards for me. Although my deck, I couldn't make my deck smaller. Yeah, it's still a victory. Okay, rank 14. Yeah, thanks for watching.